Hello crochet friends, welcome back. We're working on Pikachu and we're gonna get started putting this guide together. Okay, you want your body and your head first. We are going to, this is where the legs are gonna sit, right here. So we want the nose, this was our little nose part, right? To line up with the middle right here, the middle of the body. And I've kind of placed some pins, they're kind of staying for me, but they'll at least guide me a little bit, okay? So we're gonna get started on the back here. I have threaded my needle. This was where my yarn cut off from the body, and I just wanted to demonstrate a little bit to you on how I sew these in, which gives it minimal sight of the stitching. So I'm holding the body in place and I do have my pins, which I think helps a lot. And I'm hoping you can see because we're a big guy here and we take up a lot of space. So this is the row that I am working on right here. And you can see that I did my other stitches. You see them in there? Hopefully you do. So I'm going to go into the next one and I'm going to go in one side of the stitch and out the other. And I'm going to pull my yarn, which has a crazy long tail because, you know, I was terribly afraid of not having enough. That's the way I roll, right? And then you're going to go in the stitch up above from, this is the body, that was the head, this is the body. And you're going to go from the back, which would be closest to the inside, to the front, which is closest to the outside, and bring it through. Okay. And then pull it tight. And then you're going to go into the next one, do the same thing. Go through one side, out the other. You might get a little stuffing. Just try to fix your needle. Pull it through. Okay, and then go up to the next stitch from the inside there, and then come out the front. All right, and we're gonna do this. So see, it's nice and neat. This is my knot, which I will cover up when I come back around, but it's making it nice and neat, I think. So that is the way that I do this, and I just kind of lift it to guide me so I can see what stitch I'm supposed to go into, and I'll move pins out as I'm going along. See, I'm not needing that one now, but it's okay. Take your time. And we will work on everything today, but we're going to get started with this part. All right, so I'm going to go into my next stitch here. I'm trying to see it. Oh, maybe it was this one. And pull it through, okay? So keep going around and attach your head to your body, or your body to your head. Here we go. Okay, when you are done, pull your thread through your project and then you can cut that off, okay? So we'll cut that off. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Hopefully it's good and secure. I think, see, it makes a nice clean line. I like it. I hope you do too. So let's get these feet on. They need to be parallel to each other, of course. I mean, unless your Pikachu's like running or something, but you know, you do you. So we want to get the feet on and we're going to pin them and we're going to sew them the same way we did. So we want them to stick a little bit on the outside there. This would be his left little hind leg, okay? But you want to be able to see the toe on the front. So I'm hoping, I'm going to try to move my camera a little bit. Don't get dizzy. I know it always makes me feel dizzy when you move a camera like that. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking to get them on parallel. See, it helps him balance. But once we get them sewn on there, I think this is pretty good, because if you get them too close together, he won't stand very well. Okay, because he's a bit top heavy, but his tail is going to help him and everything. But you want these to be under what we did, those pretty long stitches there. Remember, that was nice. So tack these on and then sew in the same fashion that you did. I'm going to turn them upside down here, that you did with the head to the body. So you're going to go through the body first, right, on those two stitches, and then attach to the foot. So you always want to go through whatever it is, that's full. So the body, it is full now, it's enclosed, but we have an opening on the foot. So we're gonna go through the body first and then the foot, and that's what pulls it together like this, okay? So I'm hoping that that makes sense to everybody. I have all these strings everywhere. I bet you do too, right? Oh, I hope you do. I'm not the only one with them everywhere. But I'm gonna cut this thread yarn off from the head to the body, and then I'm going to take my tail for each foot, and I'm going to start attaching foot to body. But I'm going to go through the body first and then each stitch on the foot, okay? Taking your pins out as you're going along, okay? So not too hard. Just pull this tight and then it'll go off into the body and you won't see it, okay? Just don't cut your work. Oh, that would be terrible. Okay, let's get the feet going next, and we're gonna get those little hind legs attached on there. All right, here we go. Okay, we have feet on. Are you good with that? Do you have both your feet on? They're good and secure, ready to go. We're going on to stripes next, okay? I did my top stripe. I've got it all nice and neat. Just a couple of rows from the neck there, and about 2 rows between is where we're going to start the next one. So same thing, you're going to pick up the stitches on the body and then the stitch, the corresponding stitch that you want on the little stripe here, okay? So we'll go all the way around the whole stripe, secure it on there really well, and tuck in those tails just like you did with the feet and the head and the body and all, okay? So we're just gonna keep trucking along. Let's get these stripes on next, and this is how they're positioned. Like I said, a couple of rows from the top for the first one, couple of rounds there in between the 2 stripes, okay? So let's work on our stripes next and get those on. Here we go. Okay, did you get your stripes, your little markers on the back here on okay? Tried to get mine nice and straight and even as I could. So hopefully you got those 2 on and they're nice and lined up. We need to do the ears next. So, I know, he's so big. I'm gonna put him down here like this. How about that? So the ears, we have one that needs to stand up a little more and one flop down a little more. I went about 4 rows from the center, so that would, they'd be even. You want them to be even, you know, side to side here. We want them to be even, but we want one to kind of like flop that way and one to stand up. All right, so from the back, this is what we've got, okay? So I'm hoping you can see this. Okay, I mean, he's so big. And maybe if I do this, but this is what we want. Okay, we want these ears like this. And we're gonna sew these on. So we're gonna start with our stitches in the head and then go into the ear. Okay, grabbing those stitches at the edge of the ear and pulling it in nice and tight. If you need a little more stuffing, feel free to add that in while you're sewing along. Here we go. Okay, I have my ears on. One's a little tilted, one's a little straight. We're ready to go. We're doing eyes and nose. So I just embroidered a little tiny nose right where we did those 2 single crochets together. Think way back to the head. That's where the little nose is gonna go. It's kind of stuck out there, right? A little bit. So there it is. That's a little nose. And the eyes. The eyes are going to be, think of a triangle. So from the nose up and across. I had 3 stitches, I think is what I'm going to do in between here. One for the middle of the nose and then the other 2. And I'm going to put this other eye on now. And I just secured those on there, you know, pulled them through and knotted them on the back side. So I'm going to secure with the black with the eye, okay? Here we go, working on our eyes. Okay, eyes are on. Looking good, I think. I mean, pretty good to me. So I hope you're getting yours on okay. I have to admit, I'm really missing my glue gun. This would be, for me, it would be a lot easier with my glue gun than my sewing. But I've got one little cheek on, and we're going to do the other one here. We got to do this. So we're lining up with the nose, okay? We want to line it up with the nose, kind of to the corner of the eye, but where the little natural cheeks are on his little face, okay? So line them up so they're even. So see, I'm at the bottom of this row. So I'll want to go over here and get the bottom of that row, okay, with this other one. So using your red tail, attach your cheek to your cheek. So your little rosy cheek to your regular cheek. All right, here we go. Okay, cheeks are on, positioned good, ready to go. Front arms, I guess we're calling these arms, right? They're kind of, I don't know, I guess it's an arm. They're next. Okay, so they're a little bit down from the neck. And you kind of want to line it up with the inner corner of the little cheeks. So I've got this on and I'm ready to go, but I wanted to show you, I'm going to take it off. Remember, it was kind of on an angle, right? So you want to position it on the body the same way. So you want the pointy top part toward the top of his body, okay? So that when you're sewing it on, see how you're kind of sewing it on an angle. All right, so that is the little front arm. So we're going to put those on next. So you want to position them so that they're equidistant, right? But like I said, just a little bit, I went that one row down from my neck connection there, okay? So that's what we're working on next. Let's get these arms on. Woo, here we go. Okay, arms are on, looking good. We have one piece left, y'all. One piece, just our beautiful tail. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm like doing a happy dance. This has taken me a long time. I know it's going like fast forward for y'all, but this has taken me a while to sew all this on. So when you do this, when you get it all ready to sew it together, make sure you have a chunk of time set aside because it does take a little bit of time. So we're going to sew the tail with the end of the brown yarn so that we want to get it tightly connected to the body and so it doesn't fall backwards. So to do that, we're going to sew the tail up. We're going to stand it up. So I guess this is the best way I can explain it. So because we want to sew the tail straight up to the spots on his little back here, I guess is the best way I can say this. And we're going to, and then we'll fasten everything off and hide in the ends. So we're going to just take a nice little piece here and we're going to go, I guess I'm going to get my pins and show you. I think that'd be the best way to show you. Let me grab two little pins. Okay, so we're going to take it and we're going to be like in the middle. Where this corner is in about the middle of the stripe here, right? And then we're kind of going to tilt it a little bit because we want it to stand out here so you can see it, okay? And so we're going to take all of this and we're going to sew this up here. We're going to start here with our thread, our yarn, and we're going to go up and sew it and connect it to the body really good so it doesn't flop. And if you feel like you need more on other parts here so that your tail can stand upright nice and strong, then do that too, okay? So just so you know. But yeah, we're going to sew this. We're sewing the brown. We're using our brown tail and we're sewing the brown portion, okay? So let's rock and roll on the tail. Here we go. Okay, I've got my tail on. It's nice and secure. I did tack it one time up here with the yellow, just one little stitch, just so that it sits nicely, okay? So this is the back of Pikachu. He's so cute. He's got his stripes, his cute little tail, and in the front, we just need to give him a little smiley face. You can embroider a little smiley face on. Doesn't have to be that thick, whatever you want to do. If you want to make it a little bit thinner, like the nose, whatever you prefer. But get all your little details on. His little arms are on, his legs. He's a good size, y'all. I was excited. From his, wrong end of the ruler. I thought I'd grab my ruler and give him a little measure here. So from his foot to the tip of his ears, almost 10 inches. Head to foot, about 8 inches. And he's about almost 4 inches wide, maybe 3.5. So yeah, he's a good size little guy. It's exciting. Oh, this was great. Y'all, you really stuck with it and I'm proud of you. This is a hard project. There are a lot of steps. There are a lot of little pieces, a lot of things to do. But you can see, even as a beginner, these things can be done if you take your time, walk through it. I'm hoping the videos help you with each step along the way. But have a good time with this. Take your time. Make a whole bunch if you'd like. Make them different sizes. Try different yarns and different hook sizes. But see, you can do it. I know you can. So this is great. This was wonderful. It was such a joy being on this journey with you. Give us a like and subscribe if you'd like to see other projects like this as they come out. But just have fun. Enjoy your crocheting, and I will see you next time. Thank you and have a joyful day.